as technology, distance, and e-learning?
Yeah, so, I don't pay a lot of attention to the technology side.
Okay.
What's really important for the college is we continue to drive up enrollment, but we need to do that at at a rate where we can also manage our costs.
Okay. That's actually something, I've spoken to a few other of your co-faculty members, and that was something that they had said was important as well. I ran into the treasurer on the elevator the other day, and we talked about increasing ROI through distance learning.
Yeah.
And he told me that he's
What's
on.
her name again?
My name's Ashley.
No, the treasurer.
Oh, the treasurer, Dr. Kienzle.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Mary. Yeah.
Yes, Mary Kienzle.
Yeah.
And she actually told me that she was on the way to meet you for a College of Business Priority Committee meeting that you're the chair of.
That's right.
And one thing I just wanted to verify, now that's, it consists of faculty members, ad hoc, grad, students.
Yep.
You make recommendations to the chancellor. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. So then from who I've met so far, Dean Reckenworth, the CIO, Dr. Ons, as well as the treasurer.
That guy is just a pain. All he wants to do is talk about technology.
That's
the
CIO.
That's all he wants to talk about is technology.
Right. No, I understand. As a CIO, that's his hot button.
Yeah, he just needs some better alignment to the academia side.
No, and that's actually what Dean Reckenworth had brought up, is that he's looking to increase student outcomes. As you said, the CIO is concerned with standardized.
cares about student outcomes?
No. Dr. Reckenworth is concerned with increased student outcomes.
Yep.
That's his main goal.
Yep.
From what I gathered from Dr. Ons, he's concerned about a standardized technological platform.
Yep.
And then the treasurer and I, he sees value in the thought of increased ROI. So what do you need to happen so that we can get these students learning better, in better jobs, and really have the College of Business initiate this lead on campus?
Yeah, again, I'm just not a technology person.
Okay.
But here's what's been mandated to me from Dr. Reckenworth, which is I have to go drive and increase the enrollment in the MBA programs, and I have to do that at a reduced cost.
Okay. So how many students attend the College of Business?
Well, in the graduate programs, there's 115.
Okay.
And there's about, 25 of them in the executive MBA program. There's about 30 of them in the short track MBA program, and there's about 60 students in the evening MBA program.
Okay. And then as far as undergrad?
Yeah, undergrad, I'm not sure. It's probably, undergrad's probably in the thousands.
In thousands. Okay. And then how many faculty?
Yeah, faculty and staff, it's about 200.
200? Okay. Obviously, distance learning can help increase enrollment at a reduced cost. But
that's not how we do business now.
Right, okay. One thing I do want to talk to you about that...
Because all of our MBA programs, they all come right onto the campus in some kind of brick and mortar type environment.
Okay. What we can do then is, as far as distance learning, we can bring that similar environment to them at a reduced cost for you. And we're raising enrollment, which ends up in an increased ROI. So, what we're looking at, I know that...
How do I do that? You got like a magic wand?
No, that's the magic of Adobe. What we're looking at here is, obviously you said ROI is important, reduced costs. The costs are going to depend on the user level.
It's a mandate to me.
Right. Yep. So we're going to solve that for you today. We're looking at, a few thousand students. We're concentrating on the MBA program, on growing that, and then we have about 200 faculty members. Well, do you foresee all of the faculty members jumping on board with a technology like distance learning?
Hey, if it drives up the student enrollment count, and we can do that at a manageable cost, I'm sure lots of the faculty would certainly get behind an initiative like that.
Okay. And because we're concentrating on the MBA, rather than the undergrad, we're not going to have, 2,000 to 3,000 students simultaneously utilizing a distance learning technology, correct?
Correct. Not on day one.
Okay, but it's something that we can grow to.
If it proves out to be successful in the MBA program, I don't see any reason why we can't take that to the undergraduates.
Okay, perfect. Then what we're looking at for the MBA program, I'm going to say let's start out low. Let's say 500 concurrent users, which means at any one time 500 people can be using this technology.
But how do I know it works? I don't know anything about technology.
Okay, that's, and that's okay. We do have, technology specialists. We have 24-hour customer service, help desk. We do training. This is something you will feel confident when you get this product. You will not get it and feel lost. I can guarantee that. We've never had one person come back and say, we shouldn't have done this. So, to get back to this, we're looking at about 500 users. And one thing I know, you said reduced cost, increased ROI, so kind of we're looking at price, which I know is a mandate.
Well, hey, certainly price is part of it, but driving up the student enrollment is, it's the other part of the equation. So if I deploy a technology that reduces cost but really doesn't drive up student enrollment, it's really useless to me.
Okay. So if we're able to take the same faculty, the same facilities, the brick and mortar, and these same classrooms, but increase student enrollment. So take a class of 30. We can now turn it into 60 by using distance learning. Isn't that achieving your goal? And with no, truly, no additional incurred costs as far as the cost to the faculty. You're not building any new buildings. We're utilizing the same resources, but we're hitting more students.
Here's part of my problem. It's the university. I'm 130 miles away from the next biggest city. And the town here, it's about 80,000 people.
Okay.
And so, all my MBA programs, I have everybody come in, kind of off the beaten path. So I need some help to get my head around how we do this.
Okay. What we would do then is an MBA professor, if we were to implement this technology, the MBA professor can literally give their lecture via this technology to these students so that they don't have to drive, from the nearest city here. Off the beaten path, we have a lot of universities that use this, that want to bring in more students.
Mary!
Oh, that's okay.
Hey,
hi. Nice to see you again.
How are you?
Oh, I'm feeling a little bad.
Why?
Gotta
What's
cancel
wrong?
our dinner meeting. Our dinner.
Why?
Hank and I can't get a sitter, so can we reschedule for next week?
Really?
You and Marianne, maybe, please? Dinner? We're dying to see you guys. What's your schedule like for the following weekend? Oh wait, that's Thanksgiving.
It is.
How about the first weekend of December? Are you guys open?
Yeah, what were you thinking?
What do you think?
And Hank's going to be there, right?
Yes.
He owes me.
We
Me.
always owe you. How about hibachi grill? Something.
Love it. Some Japanese, maybe?
Yeah, I like that. A little sushi on the side. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm in.
Nice to see you again.
Oh, good to see you.
All right, have a great day.
All right, see you,
Sorry to
Mary.
interrupt.
Okay.
She's wonderful.
She's very, very nice, yeah.
Wow. So you've met her before?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I met her on the elevator
We
the
go
other
back
day.
10 years.
10 years, really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we used to be neighbors and
Oh, wow. Okay. That's so nice then. You get to work at the same place with a friend.
yeah. Yeah, she's really nice.
Okay.
So where did you meet her?
I met her on the elevator. I was actually out of my meeting with Dr. Reckenworth.
Yeah.
And on my way down the elevator, back to my car, I ran into her as she was going to your meeting. So, okay, just to refocus where we're at, we're talking about the increasing enrollment. And some of the universities that we've worked with in the past, they were able to provide the same
Like
level.
who?
One of the examples we have is Clemson University. And what they were able to do is increase their ROI by reducing costs, but also increase their revenue by adding more students.
Yeah, that's my problem.
Okay, then let me talk to you a little bit about how we increased return on investment for Clemson. So, starting with the most important part to you, increasing student enrollment.
Yep.
Like I said before, by increasing student enrollment, keeping same faculty, basically same cost, that's already a revenue booster. So let's look at what we did for Clemson. Reduced faculty and travel expenses, because this isn't just a classroom technology. You can use this for web seminars, you can use this for web meetings, anything. At Clemson, they used it instead of sending the faculty to the business meetings, they did it
I
via
just
the
need
web.
it for my MBA program.
Okay, just for the MBA program, then what we were able to do for them, just moving past the faculty point as we increased ROI, was we were able to have the meetings via the web, and from that, we were able to save them $500,000 less printed paper copies, which you're a finance person, that ends up being about $6,000 a year that they saved.
Oh, interesting.
And that's not even taking an interest, the ink, the electricity, which is also a carbon footprint, so that looks good for the green initiative for the university. The cost of the wear and tear on a printer, we saved them $8,000 almost by having them print.
So how much money did they save over 12 months?
Over 12 months? Well, that would be, about $14,000 a year. I mean, that's direct cost to the university that we were able to save them. So at
So
14.
I can have faculty present the courses online.
Yes.
Hmm.
And then, I know that, as a finance person, looking at even more increased ROI, not even from, moving away from direct cost to the university, but just reducing the carbon footprint. So, you're saying people travel long distance to your school. We're looking at over 250,000 stakeholders logged into the Adobe Connect events for Clemson. So let's say, obviously, not all 250,000 are going to commute. I'm sure not all 3,000 of your students, the college business are going to commute. Let's say half of them did. By reducing that car visit by half, we're saving over $265,000 in gas. Assuming average mile per gallon is about 20, we're saving 1.7 billion pounds in reduced CO2.
Yeah, that's not my area of expertise. It sounds big, though.
And that's something, as a money person, the value we put on the branding for the university, I mean, there's really not a price dollar for that, for making the university look good and having the college of business
so this would
lead
help.
this
This would help a green initiative. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it would help the green initiative, but not only. I mean, from the money we saved them, I mean, they were able to allocate these costs elsewhere. So if you've been wanting to do different things with the college of business,
Like what? Give me some ideas.
Okay, well, one of the things that some other universities we've talked to is if they wanted to add any additional technology services on campus for the students that aren't utilizing the technology services. So things like improving the computers in the labs currently, things like that. They're able to reallocate the costs. But what we're able to do for at Clemson is we increase enrollment in the classes, which we're going to do for your MBA program, and we decrease their cost, which added an increased ROI. So, I mean, as a finance person, I'm sure you can see how that makes sense.
Yeah, I can get my head around saving some money.
Okay.
But how do I attract students? Again.
For students, as I said before, not all faculty members are technology savvy, but students are. And they want to learn in an environment that they're up to pace in. Students have iPhones, they have laptops, they do Skype, they do face-to-face. They know this technology.
Yeah, they're always complaining about that. They want to be able to access their courses through whatever device that they just happen to have.
Exactly, and this is what provides that.
I don't have to actually have them come into the campus anymore.
No. I mean, some students, of course, are going to, but these courses can be taught via technology, which is an environment that the students are comfortable in. It increases, knowledge retention. It's an environment that they know well. So
providing online education, I can actually go after a much bigger community of people because I'm not forcing everyone to come to my campus.
Well, what you're doing is you can definitely increase the enrollment numbers. And it's not that you're forcing them to come to the campus.
That's what I do. That's my business now, though.
Okay. Think of it as though you're bringing the campus to them. Pricebridge University is an amazing university, and everyone should have the chance to go there without necessarily having to travel here. Let's bring the best education we have here, and let's bring it to them. So now what would be...
I like that idea. Bring the campus to them.
Right. So now, following that, I know that the recommendations are made to the chancellor. So how would we go about bringing Pricebridge on the forefront of this technology and joining universities like Clemson and having the College of Business really lead this initiative on campus?
Well, hey, it's really simple. It's really important that Dean Reckenworth buy into that.
Okay, which
He's the College of Business.
Mm-hmm.
It's really important that we have Hans, the CIO, buy into this.
Okay.
He's the technology person.
Right, which he also has.
Right. And then it's really important that, Mary, she's got all the money. She's the treasurer.
Right, and she also sees the value.
Yep.
So now, if we can just go through and write in, we'd said about 500 users, and we can get this agreement signed, then we can bring this to the chancellor and start moving this along to bring Pricebridge to a level like Clemson and even beyond.
Yeah, so all of those key stakeholders you've met with, they've all given this project a big thumbs up?
They've all given the okay, and they said that you're the most important person that I need to talk to make this happen.
Yeah, well, if they support it, then I would certainly support it.
Okay, then let's go for 500 concurrent users.
Yeah, that's a good starting point.
All right, and then from there we can build onto it. We'll bring it, if you just want to sign right there, and then we'll fill in some information.
What am I signing here?
This is the agreement that we're going to be bringing the 500 concurrent users to the campus at the price. All right, I know that your time's valuable, so
this is for 500 licenses?
This is, yes. So 500 people can concurrently be using this technology at any one time.
So where does 500 go on here?
I'll write it right here for you. We're using 500, and with only one additional server. We have everybody's support, including yours. Okay, and I just need your signature.
Okay, excellent. Then we just take this to the chancellor.
And then are you going to be meeting with her separately? Do you mind if I come to that meeting just for additional support, or if she has any questions that you don't feel comfortable answering?
Yeah, here's what I'll do is I will go talk to Dr. Reckenworth, Dr. Ahn, and I'll get back with Mary and make sure that everyone's aligned and we have all of our ducks in a row.
Okay.
And we will take this to the chancellor for approval, and if we feel like we're missing anything, we'll definitely let you know.
Okay, that sounds perfect. I'll also be in contact with them to make sure that this rolls out in a smooth manner. It was so nice to meet with you.
Yeah, pleasure to meet you.
All right, I'm going to give you my business cards. If you have any questions, I always have my cell phone on me
Thank you very
and
much.
internet access, so feel free to call me at any time, okay?
Yeah, excellent. Thanks, Ashley.
No problem. I really look forward to bringing you guys forward.
Okay. Hey, Ashley, do you need the contract?
Oh, yes. Thank you very much.
Okay, cheers.
Have a
Thank you.
fantastic